All right, and we're back. And I got to start with an apology because when I was looking through the recording of this earlier, I realized that I had um, not been paying attention to the day-night cycle. I don't usually put lamps in my um, worlds, and so it was very dark, very, very hard to see everything. So apologies for that on the first few episodes. I'm just going to turn off the day-night cycle here. So as I was perusing my base, I realized that I did have a place where I had built rocket control units, and I've got it there being delivered into the logistics system. I don't remember why I chose to build them. They are useful for rocket parts for Spidertrons. I'll bet you that this is when my son was playing with me and was looking for Spidertron parts. So, I do have this. I don't know if this is probably not going to be large enough, but let's go ahead and let's just connect it into the rail system, and we'll see what we can do. That will give us at least a starting point here. I think I will destroy that. Alright, into the rail system. Where am I here? That's kind of out in the boonies of my base. I don't actually have much out there. Alright, no problem. I will take this little, what was a dead end, and turn this into a station. You know, I might end up... This might be a convenient place to pick up a lot of different resources. Someday, when I'm eventually moving away from that big main bus. So let's go and let's make this a little bit better designed. We'll have that go down like that. And let's see, for a station that's just delivering I'm sorry. For a station that's producing things. This will be a good example. We can copy paste. All right. So we'll put, in reality, this is, how fast can we produce rocket control units? How long do they take? They take 99 seconds per, yeah, so this is going to be a real slow production line. But you know what? I'm still going to design this as if it was going to be producing well. Because later on, if I use this same line to eventually be a place where I have other stations, I'd like to design it ahead of time so everything lines up and there's enough space to make this work. Alright, we'll bring in power. This is going to be, let's see, it's only 10 per slot, so this needs to be 400. And we'll have this say when rocket control units are greater than 0, and we'll set our limit based on rocket control units. So our limit right now, we don't have 400 yet. We can get started on creating the train while that's filling up. We're going to want to have some fuel here. So we'll take our fuel and let's see, we'll put them there and there. All right, those are going to come along in time. We'll make some more of those. We now have 264. That's all we've got. It's going to take a long while to make more. Let's see, is this... I like my powers of 2. So that's 8. We'll just turn that into 16. Maybe even turn it into 32. But there, we've got pipes in the way. Let's see, where would we want the pipes to be? We put the pipe here. And here. That should work nicely. All right, excellent. Net this. All that. All right, all of that's getting auto built. Very nice. We've got 4 times the production rate. Probably don't have enough blue circuits being produced, but we will work on that in the future. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Now let's take some more look at this station. We need to get our power out there so we can deliver on both sides. Excellent. This is our line going across, which is 1 step further, and it's ready to merge with that existing line. There we go. Very, very nice. Let's see. That's all within logistics range and so on. And so let's have this go. We need to give this a name, don't we? Right now this is nanobots. Nope, this is going to be rocket control units. It's still, oh, it's not it's not enabled because we don't have 400 of those control units yet. Of this, go to rocket control units. We'll say full cargo and inactivity. And then we will have it go to rocket control unit in, empty cargo, or inactivity, or time passed. Yep, that's pretty good. Pretty good sequence. We'll make this go. We only got the 1 train. It doesn't have a path yet because we haven't built the things. Alright, we'll get working on that. Actually, we want this to first advance a little bit. Let's get it in place so that it will get fuel in both of these. There we go. And once it's got some fuel, now we can send it off. It'll have to go automatic to that. Alright. We're going to need that eventually. So one of the mods I picked up recently is a mod that will automatically build train-related things that are in your path. Because, frankly, I was just getting tired of slowly waiting for ghosts to build. So now, it will auto-build these things. And now we should be able to get it out to rocket control units very easily. Alright. You know, I really ought to put in another roundabout up here somewhere. Because we've got too many things that turn around. Have to go right through the middle of the base to turn around. Not an efficient way to do things. Alright, that's someone else there. Alright. In the time since I've been talking to you, I haven't been working on the rocket at all, but I have been working on a very significant smelting system for both copper and iron. Pretty proud of that. Maybe I'll show it to you a little bit later. Right now, though, we're going to take a look at what we're missing here. Alright, so we're bringing in rocket fuel. We're bringing in the low-density structures. We're bringing in the... this is where silos come in. Rocket control units. We actually have everything except the satellite. I think, actually, we should probably turn off the auto launch here, because these are going to start running if we don't get the satellite here real quick. Or they'll start launching without satellites. So that's our space science, and that's our satellite in. All right, well, let's take a look at what satellite requires. This is FNEI, if you don't know. Definitely a mod worth getting. So a satellite has rocket fuel, low density structures. So those will be repeats of the previous. Processing units. You know, I might just want to build my satellites here. That might make more sense. Have some of this fork off. I don't know. Let me think about that here. Let's see. We need one satellite, and that's 100 low-density structures and 50 rocket fuel. As compared to how much for a rocket part? So a rocket altogether is 1,000 of everything. A satellite would be 10% of that. So frankly, what we could do is we could have a relatively small amount of these get siphoned off. That's an interesting idea. If we had these come off, we could do our satellite construction over here. Oh, that's okay. It's a little bit of a kludge. It's a little bit of a cool idea. So if we want about 10% to come down this way. Yeah, let's try this. All right, so we will have this belt will go up, this belt will go up. And then what I'll have is each of these will have its overflow come back down, I think. No, that's not quite. We need to move further over to make that work. No, actually, you know what? I'm not going to have an overflow line. And if I'm not going to have an overflow line, then I really don't need to worry about what I'm about to do here. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go back to where this was. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to extract one of the inserters worth of stuff. That should be enough to get us what we need. All right. That is nice and workable. I could even combine those into a single belt. That would be kind of slick. I am now keep overflowing here. All right. There, I like that better. All right, let's set something where rocket fuel. Let's see. We don't want any, and we won't keep more than one slot worth. We don't want any low density structures. If we pick up any rocket control units, we don't want any of those either. So we'll just auto eject all of that. Excellent. This can go away. All right, so now we've got a belt here. This belt will contain those two elements. Let's bring in some additional stations that will have, let's see, what was it here? Processing units we need, solar panels, accumulators, and radar. Now we do make solar panels, accumulators, and radar in other places, but I don't think they're in stations yet. So we'll have to take a look at that. Here's incoming station. This is going to be for processing unit, which I normally just call blue circles, but that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to call them processing units. All right, so I will try to be good. Processing units have... Oh, this is divided by... Okay, because this is delivery... Oh, let's see how this works. It's actually been a little bit since I looked at these, and now I've kind of forgotten how they work here. That's based on... Alright, so 576 is what you would get, 48 slots. I think it's one satellite per slot. I don't know if that's true, actually. We'll have to go look at that. I don't remember if I ever confirmed that. No, I think I did by looking at the... If I set up... There, we can figure that out real quick. Alright, since 1 is the default logistic size, that means that the stack count is 1. So this is the number of... So this is saying how many open slots we have. And green, we have minus 576, therefore we have the equivalent of 14 trains worth that we could bring in. That's not going to be satellites, so we'll need to change that. Actually, let's just make this the processing unit here. Train limit, we need to enable disable for processing units is greater than 0. So this is currently disabled. No. Yeah. Oh, because we don't have that. All right. Yeah, okay. So I got to change this. We are going to say that we are looking for this. This is how many slots we have. 576 slots times 100 each. We'll say we'll divide this by 4,000, which is the capacity of a train. And now what we will see here is that the output is 14 processing units. This station is enabled. Excellent. All right, now I don't think I have a train that does processing units. Actually, I was going to go driving, but I don't think it has much meaning. Let's just do this remotely. I believe that I've got a mix train that includes processing units. Yeah, mix electronics. And that belt right there, that belt is the processing unit belt. It is currently inadequately supplied. Take a look at that. Oh, it's inadequate because the red circuits is inadequate. Red circuits. I think we just need to have more stations that are producing more red circuits. But right now, I don't think that stealing blue circuits off that electronic supply train is going to be at all helpful. I think I'm going to need a dedicated station building more red circuits. Actually, I've already got one that builds lots of red circuits somewhere here. Yeah, so I'm making a bunch of red circuits, and I can extend this even further to make it build more. So I do have an advanced circuits train, and I could run off of that to build a processing unit train. Okay. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this as processing units. Where am I? Oh, I see. I'm going to leave this as processing units and just say one of our to-do items is we need to have something that will produce processing units. We're going to need something that's going to produce, what is it, solar panels, accumulators, and something else. Those are engines. That's a mix of engines, concrete. So where do I make my solar panels? That's power. It might be off in one of these specialized ones. No, I don't see that there. I think it's some... I know that I make solar panels somewhere. I just don't remember where. This is all too early for it. Here's a to-do for your wish list for Factorio. I would love to have a way to automatically search the world for items where you produce certain items. I probably ought to add that to my map, is probably my better strategy. Let's see, do I do it over in, didn't I have a little train? Simple factory parts. And we're making, no, I don't see anything where we're making, okay. Maybe it was just that I was handcrafting solar panels and batteries and radar. Radar, I think I do, because that's part of the military science, right? Let's see, track it backwards. Go to the research labs, and where, okay, it's that first belt. So this is where we build military science. Very small amount of that. Oh, is it not radar anymore? Military science used to include radar, but it doesn't. Oh, I remember. Artillery. It's our artillery line that requires radar. So we built some radar here. That's not very much. It's enough to keep artillery busy. I don't know. I could connect it. I could create another station that would just say, yeah, I'll tell you what. For the short term, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do the quick thing. Wait, that's at the wrong location. We're going to take all of these. We'll move them over. No. Need to include one belt when you do this copy paste. So you've actually got someplace you can move it backwards. All right. That'll work. We'll have a little splitter here, which will only have, I need to build that splitter locally so I can configure it. All right, that splitter on the left side, it will take the radar. Little trick there. So if you build a splitter locally, then you can configure it, and then you can copy paste that along with its configuration into whatever destination you want. All right. Got these belts going here. That's going to need to be an underground belt, so all of this we'll do like that. All right. And the robots should build all of that, given a little bit of time. We'll have this come over here. We'll just build another producer station like we did with this one. Only this one will be delivering radar. As I said, there's no way that that puny little station that I've built will give me enough capacity for a large system of rockets, but it's enough to get us started on it. And this is going to go, just add the processing unit station, but this is going to be the, oh, this needs to be processing unit in. There we go. Very good. All right, processing unit in. And let's see here. Empty cargo, inactivity, or time passed. All right, that should work. And I will head myself down here for, no, passenger present. Alright. No, sorry. I need an and here. That's the way this will work. So that way I can get out of it in time. What are we waiting on? Oh, is the 8 going by?